Hey, my name is Brandon, and this is my brand, and I am going to be teaching you guys today in less than 10 minutes how to legally never pay taxes again. I'll try to cover as much as I can in this video, but I'm going to have a free course down below that you can sign up for. It's going to be completely free. Absolutely. I don't even want your fucking money, so don't even try to give it to me. So let's get rolling. So it's actually pretty simple. If you look at the United States Code, you can see that it's divided into different titles. Title 1, Title 2, and there's all these different things. And you can look all this up on the internet. You don't need to be a lawyer. You'd be fucking retarded. It's okay. Not a problem, okay? So the first spot we're going to go is 28 United States Code 3002. So you can see here the 28 is the Title 28, which is from the last thing I just showed you. The body that we're looking at is the United States Code. That's a section symbol, and then that's the section number, 3002. So it's like 28 USC 3002. You can just type that into Google without typing in the little S symbol or anything else, and this will pop right up. It's really easy. Now in 28 USC 3002, you're going to scroll down to subsection 15, and you're going to see here, United States means a federal corporation. What? Okay, now we're going to find out where is that corporation located. We're going to go to a different body of law called the Uniform Commercial Code, otherwise known as the UCC. We're going to go to 9-307. So just like it goes by titles in the United States Code, in the Uniform Commercial Code, it goes by articles. So Article 9 is sort of like the 9th section. And then the subsection within that article is 307. And we're going to scroll down to section H in this section. Location of United States. The United States is located in the District of Columbia. Well, goddamn. So wait a second there, Brandon. You mean to tell me that the United States is a corporation that is physically located in the District of Columbia? Yep. All right, next one we're going to look at is 42 United States Code, section 9102. We're going to scroll down to subsection 18. We're going to look at the definition of United States citizen. Means A, an individual who is a citizen of the United States by law, birth, or naturalization. Now don't forget, definition of United States is a federal corporation located in the District of Columbia. So you got to look here. You got by law, by birth, or by naturalization. Law is by contract, birth, whatever, because you're going to change your nationality based off where you currently live. Naturalization. That's the big boy. That's the big one. Oh, gonna change your life, brother. Now, what in tarnation is naturalization? We gonna head over to 8 USC 1101. Let's go. 8 USC 1101, subsection A23. Here's where the magic happens. The term naturalization means the conferring of nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever. Now we're going to head over to my website and we're going to find out conferring of a state. What the hell does that mean? What's conferring of a state? Well, you look in Black's Law Dictionary, in its largest sense, a state is a body politic or society of men. What the hell is that? Body politic, state or nation or public associations. Okay, it's kind of circular. Society, an association or company of persons, generally unincorporated, united together by mutual consent in order to deliberate, determine, and act jointly for some common purpose. In a wider sense, the community or public, the people in general. Okay. Now, I did some digging, and I found out that the word state and the word nation basically mean the same thing. So I went around and I was like, I'm trying to find something more clear on what this actually means, right? And I found this definition from a court case, which is awesome. Definition of nation, or state, body politic, or the other words that we were talking about earlier, right? An independent body politic, a society of men united together for the purpose of promoting their mutual safety and advantage by the joint efforts of their combined strength. But every combination of men who govern themselves independently of all others will not be considered a nation. A body of pirates, for example, who govern themselves, are not a nation. To constitute a nation, another ingredient is required. The body thus formed must respect other nations in general and each of their members in particular. Such a society has her affairs and her interests. She deliberates and takes resolutions in common, thus becoming a moral person who possesses an understanding and will peculiar to herself and is susceptible of obligations and rights. So it's sort of like a nation or a state is basically a bunch of people who operate together and have good tranquility and operation within themselves, and then they have good diplomatic relations outside of themselves as well. And if you look really deep on this, location and territory has nothing to do with nation. Nation is just an idea or a culture, and I can prove it. If we head to the Passport Foreign Affairs Manual, FAM, we type in 8FAM 505.2, we're going to scroll down and we're going to find out what the passport, the Department of State, has to say about this. So when you look up an ambassador at large, which is the endorsement number 11 on the passport system, which I get into a lot in a lot of my material in the free course and stuff like that, it says here, the bearer is an ambassador at large for title. And then it gives an example, ambassador at large for global women's issues. Global women's issues is not a location, it's a nation, which is a body of people who operate in a certain way and they have good tranquility internally and externally. So a nation is just an idea, right? The United Nations is in itself a nation, technically, because a nation isn't a location, right? So your buddies on the internet that you play video games with, that's a nation. Your family is a nation. Your work is a nation. These are all independent nations by definition in the legal world. So a U.S. citizen is somebody who has conferred the nationality of the state called United States, which is located in the District of Columbia, upon themselves after birth by any means whatsoever, which is called naturalization. Again, here it is. The term naturalization means the conferring of nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever. So when you sign up for voter registration, you're naturalizing. When you fill out certain tax forms, you're naturalizing. When you go into the DMV and get your driver's license renewed and it asks you, are you a U.S. citizen? And you say yes, that's naturalization. Holy blue. Now, since naturalization is the conferring of nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever, you can say whatever state you want, and you can even make up a state, or you can say a state like one of the 50 states of the Union, and you officially basically naturalize. You can naturalize just as easily somewhere else as you did to go there, and you become what's called a national or non-citizen national, right? And that comes from 8 U.S.C. 1101 subsection A21, which is right by 23. There's naturalization. Here's 21. The term national means a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. And just in case you're curious, here's the definition of the word permanent from that. If you click on it, it actually doesn't really mean much of anything. You can pause the video. I don't have much time left, so I'm not going to read it. So through the process of naturalization, you can move away from being a U.S. citizen because you don't live in the District of Columbia, so why would you say you're a U.S. citizen? And only people have a tax liability are people who are U.S. citizens who live in the District of Columbia. So here's an I-9 form, and you can see box 1 is a citizen of the United States. Box 2 is a non-citizen national of the United States. Here's the UN Declaration of Human Rights, just in case anyone's wondering if anyone can stop you from naturalizing any way you want. Article 15, Section 2, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality nor denied the right to change his nationality. So no one can stop you from naturalizing into anything you want by simply just saying it. It's actually hilarious. So a national is someone who does not live in the District of Columbia, and a U.S. citizen is somebody who does live in the District of Columbia. So now we're going to head over to 26 Code of Federal Regulations, Section 1.871-1, and I'll try to explain with the rest of the time that I have on this ad how this works. So you're either a resident alien or a non-resident alien. Resident alien is somebody who lives in the United States, which means the District of Columbia. A non-resident alien is somebody who doesn't, right? It says here, non-resident alien individuals are taxable only on certain income from sources within the District of Columbia. Oh, but down here, I don't have much time left. You can elect. However, non-resident alien individual may elect to be treated as a resident alien. So what you did was, you said, yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen, so you basically elected to pay taxes, and you can actually revoke that election, and it's called a revocation of election. I've run out of time, but if you want a free course and you want more of this information, I teach you how to fill out the forms and everything totally free. Free!